we're all part of that. So first of all, without any delay, I will give it my short now. You will hear my comments towards the very end of this program. Without any delay, can I ask His Honorable son Raza Hameed, who is son of Mr. Salik Hameed, God bless him. He is a solicitor at present, so we like to see and hear a few words from Raza.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Honored guests, brothers and sisters, I would like to welcome you to this fantastic event that's been arranged by my uncle, Abdul and a few other members of my family, Iran, Naira. First of all, I'd like to thank them for the time and effort that they devoted in making this event happen. Secondly, I would like to thank all of you guests for making the time to attend this event. I'm most grateful. It's good to see so many wonderful faces, people who probably I haven't seen for about, I don't know, 20, 25 years. Far away, but I must have been about, what, 8, 9 years old when I last saw him. And Richard, I barely recognised him, you know. I must have been about 10 years old. He used to come round to our house in the evenings, you know, meeting with my father. Well, you know, can you believe it's been almost 20 years since my father passed away. And, you know, it just seems like yesterday. I can exactly remember the day, the time, what I was doing when it all happened. My dad was so into politics. I remember the last time that I saw him was in London when the results of the 94 elections were being read out on TV. And I was getting ready to go to college, and we just looked at each other. And he was there watching TV, I looked at him, and I went to college, and at college I got a call back saying, you know, you need to come home. And that is, you know, my last memory of my father, watching the television and looking into the local election results that were coming through. My father, as you all know, was a very, very committed individual. He came to this country very young. He started his life working in the mills. He sort of worked himself up, but at the same time, he never forgot where he came from, and then he never forgot community values. He devoted all his life to bettering the community, improving the community, having good community relations. He was involved in so many projects. I don't need to reiterate how many projects my father was involved in. I can see people here today from Kashmir Youth Project, the CRE, the council, Deeplish Community Centre, so many different things. He was always on the go. UK Islamic Mission, so many things. And the main reason why he did this was to pave a way forward for us guys. Because, I mean, there's a lot of youngsters here today, but there's a lot of, you know, adults here today who are over 40, 50, and they will realize that when, you know, people came into this country in the early 70s, late 60s, things were different, things were very hard. And, you know, my father was one of those people who helped pave the way forward so that we could have a better life, so that we could have better community relations. And that's the key factor which we must always remember. Always remember what he stood for and the values that he stood for, the time he devoted to the community to achieve what this meant to him. We are now only in his memory 20 years after he passed away. You know, one of my family members a few years ago, my dad was close to the conversation. And he said one thing that really, really stuck. He said, you know what, you don't realize a good thing until it's gone. And I can really, really say about my dad, because we never knew what sort of, you know, involvement in the community he was actually detailing and how he was paving the way forward for us. But it's after when he suddenly passed away that all these things have come to light, that what a wonderful man he was, what sort of things he did for the community. You know, even by way of example, 3 years ago, I was sitting drinking at my in-laws' house. And I got introduced to one of the family members for the UK Islamic Mission. So my father-in-law introduced me to this elderly gentleman. He must have been in his late 80s. And my father said, oh, you know, Raza's dad, he was involved with the UK Islamic Mission. So this guy goes, oh, Peter, who was it? I said, yeah, in the Rothschild branch. He said, okay. He goes, oh, I knew a lot of people in the Rothschild branch. And I said, oh, uncle, maybe you knew my dad. He was Abdul Hameed Salik. And I just couldn't believe the reaction that I got from this gentleman. He just paused for 2 seconds and he goes, I can't believe that I'm talking to you. He goes, me and your dad, back in the 70s, we were very good friends. And, just for somebody to say that to me, and I could just tell by his reaction and look in his eyes, he was overwhelmed. And things like that make you think, a person, not even watched somebody in Luton, miles and miles away, knows of him and knows about the good things. He goes, look, your dad was a wonderful person, he did a lot of things for the community. And by that meeting, I even learned something. He said to me, oh, Beka, Salik was his Shari now. Shari now in English is the name in which he used to sign his poetry. And for years and years, I always wondered to myself, Abdul Hameed Salik, what does the Salik stand for? And just by this chance encounter with this person, my queries were all resolved in one go. So, I don't want to take up too much more time with everybody, but I just want to say that, my father worked very, very hard. He devoted all his life to community. I mean, we used to have people coming around in the evenings. I remember Richard Farnell coming to our house like really, really late evenings at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. He'd be in from work 5:30. Where are you going to have a meeting? People coming around, whether it was just to fill in an application form for a job or whether it was to fill in a form for, to assist with any benefits, or whether it was to write a letter back home. A lot of Pakistani people used to come to my dad and say, look, we want to write a letter back home, can you please write a letter for us? And more than second, this is late 70s. And, he devoted his time. He didn't, nowadays people are always running around, we haven't got time for this, we haven't got time for that, but he was very patient. He devoted a lot of time to helping people achieve their goals. And I'm very, very grateful that everybody's here today to share this evening with us, and I'm most grateful for your attention. Thank you very much.